Hey y'all, welcome to another On the Daily. I have had a huge week. I've had some major milestones happen and huge opportunities, and I am left kind of excited, a little nervous and anxious about things, but very hopeful. I've had a lot of people who have been praying for me specifically for these situations and for what's been going on this week, and I am so thankful for that. Thank you for praying for me and checking on me this week to see how it's going. And for all those people who commented on my news and like the pictures I posted about what has been going on, it is so encouraging for someone to say, I'm so excited for you. This is so good. That's just like top of the top. So thank you so much for all those comments and stuff like that. So before I really get into it, I did want to say that a huge milestone that I've had is that I read a book. I have been unable to read for over 3 years now. I don't retain any information. I have a lot of processing issues through Lyme. Over time, I have been able to read this book, and I'm really excited about it. And though I don't think I really retained a whole lot of information, I know I've got some from it. And so I'm really excited to start trying to read some more and taking just a little tiny bit at a time. Okay, so the opportunity that opened up was I was talking to a friend of mine on Easter evening, and I had been talking about how I felt like I had a great doctor, but I just am still sick and I would like to have a different future than this. And she had said that she talked to her doctor a few weeks ago, and he said, you can do all the things right. You can have all of the tests and do all of the different treatments, and you could be just missing one piece to your puzzle. And she's like, I really think that my doctor may have that piece to your puzzle. And so I pursued that opportunity. I emailed the doctor's office in their specialty clinic, and I eventually heard back from them. And when I talked to them, they said, we could actually get you in this month. And I was like, what? Because this doctor is like a world-renowned doctor. He is a specialist for Lyme specifically. He helps people all over the world. He has helped thousands upon thousands of people get better, get into remission. He is well-versed in Lyme. He's just an excellent doctor that is known by so many. He's in a lot of documentaries and everything. And I had this opportunity to work with him. So I talked to my parents, and the opportunity just to continue to open up. And I feel so blessed that my parents are supportive and behind me, and they're willing to give this a shot too. And so we made the appointment, and then I worked on getting all of the records in. I actually found out that I have had 127 visits to my Lyme doctor. Just my Lyme doctor, not any other doctors, which I've had plenty of those in the last few years. And that is a huge amount. Like, I was thinking about how many times does a person go to the doctor in general in their lifetime? And in like 3.5 years, almost 4 years, I've gone 127 times just to the Lyme doctor. Pretty crazy. And I think that those were important times, and I think that those were helpful times. I don't, begrudge anything at all. Like, I'm really thankful for my doctor in North Carolina for sure. He's an amazing doctor. And so after getting all the records printed off and such, I'm talking, I had a pack of 500 paper, and I printed that many papers, and that was just my Lyme doctor's office. And anyways, so after getting all that done, I was very anxious about like traveling, because traveling during this time is just not a safe thing. And traveling for me, even if it wasn't during this kind of situation, is already difficult. So I was really nervous and anxious about it, but it went well. We traveled, everything was safe. I felt okay for most of the time. Some of the trip I didn't feel as great, but that's normal, and it was okay. When I had the appointment, we went in at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't leave till 2 o'clock. It was a 6-hour appointment. The doctor is very, very kind. They're really thorough there, and they seemed really hopeful of bringing me hopefully into remission, of treating and being able to like move forward in life. So I'm like really excited about that. I left feeling hopeful. I was very tired on the way home, but I got home on Wednesday night late. Yesterday I kind of was trying to recover, but I've been trying to make some appointments and such, which is way harder right now because unless it's deemed like urgent, then you really can't get in anywhere. And I need a lot of things to happen in the next month before my next appointment with the specialist. And so I'm trying to work on that. Please be praying for me that the appointments will open up, that I'll be able to travel safely, that everything will transpire the way it needs to in the next month so that I can continue on and actually get started on treating Lyme. Right now the game plan is to get a lot of testing done, to get a lot of blood work done, see several different doctors and specialists around the area. And that involves like an MRI, some brain scans, blood work, different tests, different appointments and whatnot. And our goal is to get me stable. A huge thing that we are trying to stabilize is the mast cell activation syndrome. I actually had a reaction in the office and it's been going on for days now. And the doctor was so surprised to see on my skin as she was doing like the physical exam how much I was reacting. So it was kind of awful, but in the same, it was like good that the doctor saw it because she can see that that's a huge thing that we need to really stabilize. So that in itself is really cool. I'm really excited about it. And again, I'm nervous, but excited kind of situation. I'm going to continue to work with my North Carolina doctor and to work on the whole stomach digestion issue, changing my foods around, blending them, beets, things like that. And just try to get my system stable this month, get all of the testing done this month. And hopefully within doing all that, we'll get to a place that in the next month I can actually meet back up with my specialist and we can start a protocol and start really truly treating Lyme. I'm also continuing to work on the emotional toll that this whole thing has taken on me, and just how that plays out in life in general, how it plays out in life with the COVID-19 and the situations that arise with that. But I'm really, really grateful for this opportunity. I'm so grateful for the people in my life that have been really supportive and like actively checking in on me and investing in me. I'm so, so grateful for my parents. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine not having that support, how I would make it. So I'm looking forward to a future of something outside of Lyme. So with all of that said, I just want to encourage everyone, wherever you are, whatever situation you're in, adjusting to current situations, adjusting to long-term situations that have been going on for a while. Life is a continual adjustment. It's a continual process. Don't forget to invest in each other and to contact one another. Be an active participant in the people you love's lives. Even though it's from afar, it makes a huge difference. It's made a huge difference for me when people have just said, hey, I'm thinking about you. Hey, I'm praying for you. Or said, hey, I am so excited about what's going on right now. Because times are uncertain, life's uncertain, but there are things that are certain. Things will get better. The situation we're all in right now, as far as like social distancing, it will end. School, having to work at home and teaching your children and all of those hardships, they will end. There's an end in sight. We may not know when, but it will end. And for those of you that don't have an end in sight, like I don't have an end in sight right now for when I'm going to be better from Lyme. There is no definite you're even going to be better. But I can definitely count on what I know God's character to be, what I know the character of my friends around me and my family are, in order to see me through until I'm at the place where I can't see the finish line. So be active in everyone's lives that you love, and stay sterile. Till next time.